Today, snow tires for the Fiesta ST. You should get some too. If you are buying tires in the near future, please use our affiliate link for Tire Rack, our affiliate sponsor. If you don't want your winter commute to go like this, you need to get some snow tires. All right, so today, guys, we are going to talk about snow tires. And having the right tire, and when you get into something like racing, is critical because it can be the difference between a win and a loss. It can be the difference between a really well set up car and a car that's not even gonna.
Tires is what wins a race.
When you take that mentality onto the road, you want to have the right tire for the right conditions. It's going to improve your braking, it's going to improve your turning, it's going to improve your stopping. Right now, I'm a big dum-dum and I have my summer tires on the Fiesta. So we're going to switch those out. I was pushing that a little bit longer than I should have, into the winter.
Hey, Commander, what's going on? There's nothing going on. We're closing the road. Big blizzard moving in. What blizzard? It's a couple of flakes.
And basically, there's some really important key differences between a summer tire and a winter tire. And I want to first talk about like a racing tire. So a racing slick has no tread on it at all. It's just one big flat sort of plane of rubber that contacts with the road. It creates the most friction. There's the most rubber in contact with the road for a given surface area that way. That gives you the most traction possible in dry conditions.
Car coming down.
The trade-off is that in the wet, it becomes a giant water ski. So when you move into like a street tire, even an aggressive street tire, they have channels in them to move the water. Now, a snow tire will have these same channels, but you'll see it also has these little tiny ridges in there. And what those are for is to grip the ice. Those are little tiny ridges, and it allows the tire to flex just a little bit, and it allows it to open up and sort of grab the slippery, cold, wet ice in icy roads. Those really help when it's icy and snowy, along with the tread pattern to disperse the water, disperse the snow, get it out of the way between the road and your tire. But the most important feature of a snow tire is actually the rubber itself. So along with the tread design that's designed to work in cold temperatures, designed to work on cold surfaces, ice and snow, you end up with a rubber formula that's more pliable, more flexible in cold temperatures. And this is really, really important because even though these roads are basically just wet, they're a little slushy, but it's not really, snow or sort of hard packed. It's all melting when it hits the ground. These summer tires have no chance of getting any grip. They spun when I took off from the stop sign. They're really, really slippery. Guys, I'm being super careful right now.
What is this? Who is this guy?
I don't know, she jumped into the car.
Yeah, we can jump out.
I'm an excellent driver.
Yeah, that's good. Come on.
So you'll see here, I'm on a nice straight road. If I give it any gas at all, the tires are just gonna spin, and the car walks all over the place. Spins fourth, or spins third. It'll probably spin fourth as well. Yeah, spins fourth at 2,700 RPMs. I wonder if it'll spin fifth. Probably won't. Yes, spins fifth at 2,700 RPMs. So basically it just blows the tires off. In pretty much any gear, going really slow. I'm going like 50 miles an hour on a road with nobody on it. So that's how little traction I have, guys. In normal conditions, with maybe a warm day in the summer with the summer tires on it, it might spin a little bit in second, maybe third if I power shifted or something like that, but I'm usually not spinning in third from a roll on, and I'm definitely not spinning in fourth, definitely not spinning in fifth. But when we get to the barn, we're going to switch out the snow tires, put those on, and I'll show you the difference between a snow tire, a summer tire, and I have a racing slick I can show you guys as well. All right, first up we have the snow tire. Notice the deep grooves for getting rid of snow and water. Also the little grooves for gripping on the ice. And notice too that it's a little bit narrower than the summer tire. You want to run a little bit narrower winter tire to dig through the snow, help get you to that paved surface down below. Next we have the summer tire. Notice it still has those channels for water, but the rest of the tire is smooth. The part that actually makes contact with the road is smooth, like a racing slick, to give you the best grip in dry conditions. Next up for comparison, we have the racing slick. This is a 9-inch wide racing slick made by Avon. You'll see there's no tread on it. Things that look like little treads, those are actually wear indicators to tell you how much of the tire that you've used.
It's Albon actually coming in. It's going onto the hard compound tyre.
So guys, now we have our snow tires mounted up, and you guys will see I have grip for days. It's significantly better now that I'm on the right tire. A lot less wheel spin. I can stop better. I can turn better. You know, even if I'm hard on the brakes there like that, these tires are going to do what they need to do. The grip is just much better. You can turn, you can stop. And it's not that you're still not careful. It's that you have that extra limit if you go over what you would, you know, accidentally. So you're still going to drive carefully. You're still going to drive responsibly. But you have so much more grip. You can stop so much faster. This is the best thing you can do for your car in the winter. So when do you want to change to snow tires? So I run a high performance summer tire, you know, like a 200 treadwear summer tire. It might be a 300 treadwear. It's a Firestone Indy 500. Those don't do well under 45 degrees. That's not what their manufacturer recommends. So when I start driving in 45 degrees or less, that's when I change. So when I was commuting, you know, before I would commute at, you know, 7:38 in the morning, you know, it's about 20 miles downtown, and then I would come home at, you know, 5 or 6 at night. So when I was doing that, I would switch over really early because I was up early in the morning, and that's when I needed the traction, when it was going to be below 45 degrees. Since COVID, I've been working at home and you know, not driving as much. So I left the summer tires on longer, because if you just drive in the middle of the day when it's 45 degrees out or 50 degrees out, you really don't need the winter tires, and they're actually not better when it's above about 45 degrees. So whenever you start driving in under 45 degree weather, switch to your winter tires if you have them.
It's 7:02 in the AM. You're listening to I Don't Have to Go to Work Today, brought to you by Kowalski Tires, for the best in tires.
A lot of you are asking yourself, you know, why should I get a dedicated winter set of tires? Well, there's a few reasons. So my summer tires, even if I had bought an all-season tire to do everything, you know, they don't have the tread that they did after 2.5 seasons of use. So they've been used for 2.5 summers. If they were an all season, they would have been toast, and they would have not been able to help me in the snow or even drive reasonably in the snow, probably after about a year and a half. When I was running all season tires on my cars, you know, this is probably, I've been switching out winter tires for probably 6 or 7 years. But before, when I would just get an all-season tire, you know, go buy a nice tire, put it on the car, I would get about a year and a half before I would notice them start to be really skatey, really sketchy, you know, just not giving me that grip in the winter. Now that I have 2 sets of tires, and I use 1 set in the winter and 1 set in the summer, I get about 2.5, 3 years out of a set of tires. So I think I get a little bit more. I think I work an economy that, you know, I end up saving on tires in the long run. Now, if I'm going to keep the car for a year, that doesn't really help me. I'm going to waste money on having 2 sets. But guys, if you're going to keep a car for 5-6 years, buy a set of winter wheels and tires. Go on Facebook Marketplace, get a cheap set of wheels, throw some winter tires on there. They're going to last you 3 or 4 winters, especially up here. Our winters are fairly short. They're going to last you, a long time, and your car just becomes the best thing to drive in the winter. Snow is no big deal. You never have to worry about it. You're not like scared to death that you're going to slide off the road. It really makes for a great thing. And I think your summer tires then last longer too, because you're not trying to make them do 2 things. They're going to be fine for summer driving, even if they're worn down a little bit. Don't go crazy with it, obviously, but they will last comparatively longer if you're just making use of them in the summer. Thanks for watching, everybody. Huge thank you to all my subscribers. Please remember to like and subscribe. Really helps me out, and we'll see you guys next time with some awesome car content. Thanks.